If you're like most people, you've probably wondered what will happen if you dive too deep into the ocean depths. Although scuba diving can be an exhilarating activity, it also has its risks and challenges, including decompression sickness and nitrogen narcosis. Understanding how the pressure from water exerts a force on your body will help you choose the right gear and plan your dives wisely to stay safe underwater.
Harpoon Channel.
Diving deep into the ocean can be a thrilling and awe-inspiring experience, but what will happen to your body if you dive too deep? Let's take a look at how far we can go before things start going wrong. According to NOAA, divers can go as deep as 60 meters without any need for special training or equipment. Once you dive past this depth, nitrogen narcosis may occur. Nitrogen becomes more soluble in water at greater depths, leading to bubbles of it forming in the bloodstream. It creates an intense sense of euphoria, but also causes confusion and eventually leads to unconsciousness. If you want to stay conscious, surface slowly so that these bubbles have time to dissolve back into your bloodstream.
Harpoon Channel.
Scuba divers should avoid going deeper than 50 meters, as nitrogen bubbles can form in the blood and tissues. As you descend, pressure increases on your body. At about 100 meters is 10 atmospheres of pressure. A diver's lungs will collapse unless they breathe continuously from an air source or wear a diving suit with pressurized air from an onboard compressor. The depth also affects the way gases are absorbed into the bloodstream. The further down you go, the more nitrogen gas is dissolved in bodily fluids and tissues. This is called nitrogen narcosis. Symptoms include impaired judgment and muscle control. Nitrogen narcosis is what causes some people to have irrational thoughts like touching or grabbing items on the bottom of their dive that are not there.
Harpoon Channel.
If you dive deeper than 100 meters, your body will start experiencing the effects of the increased pressure on its tissues. At this depth, water pressure is about 3 to 4 atmospheres, which is equivalent to being submerged under 18 feet of water. This causes nitrogen bubbles from your blood to form and can lead to decompression sickness. To avoid these problems and keep your body functioning properly while diving deep, it's important that you limit how long you spend at these depths. Some divers may need to use specialized equipment like a buoyancy compensator or a dry suit in order to maintain the appropriate level of buoyancy. When you come back up from a deep dive, remember not to ascend too quickly. Always return to shallower depths gradually for 10 minutes before surfacing completely.
Harpoon Channel.
An average human will start to experience the effects of decompression sickness at depths greater than 150 meters. Decompression sickness is also known as the bends and is caused when nitrogen gas bubbles form in the blood and tissue due to a diver ascending too quickly. The bubbles can then lead to pain, paralysis, and even death. Symptoms of decompression sickness may be mild or severe and include pain in joints or muscles, numbness or tingling around lips, itching skin, swelling of hands, face, or neck, irregular heartbeat, dizziness and vomiting.
Harpoon Channel.
At this depth, the water pressure can cause nitrogen from the air you breathe out to form bubbles in your blood. These bubbles will then travel through your body until they come in contact with a vessel or organ, at which point they can cause significant damage. If you are diving deeper than 200 meters and happen to be an older person whose tissues are not as elastic as a younger person's tissue, there is a greater chance that these bubbles will not be able to escape from your vessels and organs before doing damage.
Harpoon Channel.
The deepest dive by a human being was in 1960, when U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,911 meters or 35,798 feet in the Trieste bathyscaphe. The pressure outside the vessel at that depth is 250 times greater than on the surface. Being under such high pressure can cause nitrogen bubbles to form in your blood and tissues, leading to decompression sickness or the bends. These bubbles can build up in your joints and muscles, blocking nerves and causing pain and sometimes paralysis. When divers return to the surface after such an extreme deep-sea dive without time for decompression stops, these nitrogen bubbles escape into their bloodstream quickly due to decreased pressure, which may lead to severe symptoms of decompression sickness. I hope you found this video informative and educational. What do you think will happen when we dive too deep into the water? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.